Hey everyone, this is a video on values. Okay, so values is a really great technique it's called values elicitation. So it's drawing out of your client their intrinsic values. So values are like our compass. They give us the drive, the emotional motivation to work towards something. We'll always seek to meet our top values. If we're not in alignment with our values, then our life can feel quite unbalanced. A lot of frustration and angst can come into our life, and we might not realize why. So when you're working with a client, it's important that you help them understand what their core values are and work out if they are actually living in alignment to those values. It's mainly the top three are the most important. The others, it's okay if they're not quite in alignment, but bringing kind of awareness to them is the first point of call. Now you can do this on any topic, any area of life. I've done it with career, with relationships, with finding a person's purpose. So you can figure out where the client is, what they want to work on, or you can simply ask the person, let's work on your core values. So if you look at every big company and major organization, they normally have a values statement. It's what they stand for, what their core values are. So I use a great deck that you can buy from Amazon, the value cards. And I'm also going to give you a values list as well. So values, I mean, they're literally like emotions, the labels really for emotions. So if, for instance, you said, what are my core values? If I was using the deck with a client, you would literally just put all these out on the table and let them choose which ones mean the most to them. So yeah, home would be a core value of mine. Security would definitely, at the minute, be a core value of mine. That can change. Freedom. Connectedness. Trust. They're all core values within me. So it's almost like if you were to cut that person in half, what values would be in the middle of them, because it does make that person who they are. And you can ask them to, write out as many core values or pick out as many core values as they feel drawn to. But then you want to kind of whittle it down to the top 8. And when you've got your top 8, you might then ask them to put them in priority order, which is quite difficult to do. So if I wrote mine down, okay, so I just want to make sure. So trust, security, freedom, home, courage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Courage. What makes me me? Fun. Integrity. Integrity. Okay, so then you would want to put them in values, priority order. So which one means the most to me? Which one couldn't I live without? Which one means the most to me? Now this is where it gets quite difficult. So, okay, it would have to be out of home or trust. So I'm going to say that one feels like it's my top one right now. Home, security, freedom, 5, 6, 7. Now ask the client to double check that over. Does that feel right to them? And what you can do, you can kind of go, okay, what's more important? Is it integrity or fun? Which one couldn't you live without? I'd have to say integrity ranks more important than fun. Fun or courage? Which one couldn't you live without? Courage would definitely come on top. Courage or home? Oh, that's a difficult one. Courage or home? Which one's more important to me? I'd have to say home would be more important. Home or freedom? Home would be more important. Freedom or security? Which one would be more important to me? Freedom. Yeah, let me think. Freedom or security? Freedom. Freedom's more important to me. So that means I need to change it. So freedom. So yeah, freedom, security. So can you see how when you revisit them like that, the priority order can change? So then I'd ask, is freedom or trust more important to me? And I'd definitely say trust. So that makes trust my number 1, freedom my number 2, security my number 3, home would be my number 4, courage, integrity and fun. So have a little go at that. Any problems you can obviously email me, but hopefully that makes sense. All you're asking the client to do is to think about either a certain topic, a life theme that they want to work on and get more clarity on, or what makes them at their core, what drives them in life. So for instance, if somebody took a job and their main value was freedom, and they took a job behind a desk and they didn't have any freedom at all, then their top value of freedom is not being met. They're going to feel really out of alignment in their life. And that can cause a whole host of problems. When they realise that their top value is freedom, they can figure out a strategy plan of how they can bring more freedom into their life. It could be as simple as taking up a new hobby, changing a job, or taking up a new hobby, booking more holidays, that kind of thing. Something that starts to meet their need of freedom. If you're in a relationship and one of your top values is trust, and for some reason that value is negotiated by your partner or for whatever reason, and you're not in alignment with your value, or you don't share the same value, it's going to cause a bit of a problem for you. So when you've figured out your top priority values, then you can ask the client, literally, tell me the ways in which you're meeting and living out that value today. And if they can't see the ways in which they are, then that's where the alignment and the shift takes place, so that you can help them build a strategy or an action plan that can help them start to get in alignment with the values. If the values are the core of who they are and they are not balanced and living them in some way, then they are going to feel very disaligned with themselves and in their life. So it's your job as a coach to shine light on this area for them and to help them see the ways in which they're living them or not. Some people might be living out their values in unhealthy ways. If it's a value of freedom, they might be struggling to maintain a relationship or a 9-to-5 job. So then they can see if they're meeting them in an unhealthy way. So values elicitation is such a helpful technique to get people in alignment with their true self. When you do this exercise, it can bring to light that the person is really not in alignment with their true desires. And that's what this coaching is all about, helping shed light on the true person that you're dealing with, not this projected person who's living out their conditioning, living this life that they feel they should be living. It's about helping them find out who they are at the core, and this is where values plays a really important part. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys.